Okkervil River, how are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good.
We
haven't slept in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But besides that,
I'm just gonna hop on that, and
Hop on
so I will.
I'll probably be it for me.
All right. So you guys are fresh off of ACL. Did you
I wouldn't
guys
say fresh.
Not so fresh? You guys aren't fresh. We've got that. So did you guys? Because the second weekend of ACL got canceled a day of it. Were you guys affected at all by that?
No, we actually slipped right in. Like we were lucky enough to be able to play both of our shows at ACL.
Good. That's awesome. And the reason that you really haven't slept probably in the last 24 hours is because you guys were on Conan O'Brien last night.
Yes, it was a fun, funny, fundamentally uncomfortable experience. That
Go on. Explain.
not Conan. Just that it's like that thing where you go up from LA to San Francisco, LA to San Francisco back to LA to Portland, and there wasn't really moments to sleep in there. So it was really funny. Like I still haven't seen the Conan performance.
I saw that. I got to watch it. I enjoyed it. It was great.
All right?
Yeah, I had a good time with it. It was fun. So congratulations on that.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
And the new album, The Silver Gymnasium, it came out last month as well.
Right.
And you guys are just September 3rd, yes. And you guys are touring around. You're going to be at the Wonder Ballroom tonight.
That's correct.
Yes. And so this new album you wrote as a tribute to your hometown.
Yeah. I guess you could kind of call it that. The whole album kind of takes place in the mid-1980s in New Hampshire, which is where I'm from. Now, really, what I guess I wanted to do was write about childhood and write not necessarily nostalgically, but write about nostalgia, write about the painful sort of feeling of missing something. And a lot of people have asked me these really specific questions about my childhood and what was your favorite this thing and what all this different stuff. And it's really not so much that it's about me. It's really just that I think that in order to make it real and meaningful when you're writing about something autobiographical or something about like childhood,
right,
you should talk about yourself. Because even if you have we're from a town with a different name or whatever, everybody hopefully can relate. Or maybe it's a sad thing that people can relate to that sense of like wishing you could go back there.
Yeah, and going back there, that's a town of just over 300 people?
Yep, a little bit over 300.
And your family ran a boarding school?
My family they didn't run it. They were teachers there.
Oh, they were teachers
there.
I
I
was
was actually
gonna say-
raised in the dormitory there. Like I was raised in a girls' dorm, and we used to eat every meal at the cafeteria.
That could be why you want to relive those days.
Yeah, it was really sort of like coming out of the 80s. Or coming out of the 70s, 80s, sort of like hippie vibe too. So like all the teachers kind of were raising all the kids together, and it was a cool, interesting. In the summer, all the high school kids would leave, so the whole school would become your playground. But it was a really sort of unique, and at the same time, it was this incredibly isolated town. We had 2 TV channels. Our dog used to sleep in the middle of the road in the middle of Main Street, because no cars ever came.
Because he could.
Yeah, exactly.
Just lay down because he could.
I could have, probably.
Well, I could see why you would want to base an album around that. It sounds really cool.
Yeah. The time you're like, well, this is all I really know. But then you look back on it. But really, to me, like I said, it was really just kind of a lens to talk about when you feel safe when you're a kid, and you don't realize that the safety is kind of an illusion. You're being protected by this world around you, and you get older and you kind of start to understand the sadness and the danger that the adult community around you is protecting you from.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again on that and on Conan. And before we let you guys start and finish up, you want to introduce your band?
Absolutely. This is Lauren Gurgiolo over here on the electric guitar. Mike St. Clair plays all manner of things, horn, keyboard, sometimes guitar live, violin.
He plays with action figures?
He plays with action figures. We have these little action figures
There's action figures everywhere.
Been setting up. Yeah, that's Thundar the Barbarian, which is this really great post-apocalyptic 80s show that took place in the future, a meteor crashes into the Earth, and the human race is turned into monsters. It was really dark. It was really a dark
He kind
show.
of looks like He-Man to me, though.
He was a precursor to He-Man.
Okay, got it.
Thundar, Black Star, these were He-Man precursors.
You know what? I watched Gem, so I guess I'm a little off on that. All right.
Come on.
Okay.
Please.
As we digress.
All right,
Anyway.
this is Kelly Symington, the drummer. Patrick Pistorius over here with the shades, lounging against the amp.
G'd up.
And Justin Sherburne, who plays piano and keyboard and this beautiful white keyboard. And Aaron Johnson is going to come up and play on the next couple songs. And Aaron's actually from the same town.
Oh,
we
fantastic.
grew up together, first person I ever played music with. So he's going to come up and we'll do 3 more songs for you guys.
Cool. And you are Will Sheff.
I am. Well, I used to be.
Oh, okay. And they're Okkervil River. Thanks, you guys, again for coming to the Bing Lounge.